Hey, Anthony,
Yeah.
what do you think about all the Epstein emails that were just released?
Well, I somehow managed to be not surprised at all about the content of the emails, shocked about how much evidence there is linking Donald Trump to Jeffrey Epstein and everything that is associated with him, and quite frankly, furious about how many people must have had access to this information and done nothing to put Donald Trump and those like him behind bars. I mean, the amount of evidence is quite frankly overwhelming.
What's actually in the emails?
Well, there's a lot, but I'd say that the highlights for me are, first of all, the email everyone's talking about, which is the one between Epstein and his brother, where Epstein's brother asks if Putin has photos of, quote, Trump blowing Bubba. We don't know who Bubba is for sure, but it is presumed to be Bill Clinton. That was his nickname during his presidency, and there is other information tying him to Epstein as well. That in and of itself is shocking and also lends credence to the deeper theory that a lot of people, including myself, have had for a long time, that Trump is a Russian asset and that Putin has blackmail on him, one of which could be these photos and much more. On top of that, there's an email between Epstein and Larry Summers, who was the Secretary of Treasury under Clinton, where Epstein says that he's met some very bad people, but, quote, none as bad as Trump, and that there is not one decent cell in Trump's body. What does that say when somebody like Jeffrey Epstein is saying that you're an evil person with not one good cell in your body? And that is a repeated theme in a lot of Epstein's communications about Trump. There is another communication between Epstein and Landon Thomas Jr., who is an international finance reporter for The Times, where he says that Trump is, quote, evil beyond belief. And Epstein says that everything Trump says is lies after lies after lies, which, as a malignant narcissist, I think holds true with Trump's personality. Basically, everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie. He is chronically incapable of telling the truth or doing anything besides acting in his own self-interest. In another email, Landon Thomas is complaining to Epstein that everybody is coming to Thomas about Trump's quote that Epstein likes girls on the younger side. Epstein responds to Thomas that if he likes, he could provide photos of Trump in Epstein's kitchen with girls in bikinis. Girls specifically assumed to be underage here, since we all know what was going on in the Epstein estate. And I think it's important to also remember that Trump hosted underage beauty pageants and himself admitted publicly that he would often go into the back rooms when the girls were dressing. So the idea of him being around underdressed underage girls is nothing new. In another email between Epstein and Landon Thomas, Epstein claims that he spent Thanksgiving with Trump in 2017. This was shortly before Epstein was arrested and while Trump was president and in the White House. In emails between Epstein and Steve Bannon, who was one of Trump's primary advisors during his first presidency, Epstein mentions that